Benevolent Immortals, you can call me Whimsical William. Welcome to my channel. Alright, in this video, I want to talk about my 10 favorite things, 10 things I love about collecting vinyl records as a beginner. I've only been collecting for about a month. It's been about a month. And I have a decent amount of records already. And I think I have a really interesting and unique collection. Because I'm into so many different genres of music. I'm into so many different styles. My collection is mostly math rock because it's like, I really enjoy it. I love listening to it. I want to play it. It's amazing music. But there's R&B, there's a little bit of hip hop right now. I definitely want some more hip hop, a little bit of metal, a little bit of hardcore, a little bit of punk. I want to expand on all those genres as well. But I want my collection to be predominantly math rock. And if you saw my last video about record day, I kind of reiterated that a little bit there, but yeah, that's my goals. I got my iPad here and I want to talk about the 10 things I love about vinyl collecting as a beginner, because I've only been doing it for a month. All right, in no particular order, number 1, bigger album art. Now, I'll give you a great example. My favorite band, AFI, have their CD. It's really cool. Love the CD, by the way. This is Sing the Sorrow. Now look at the size difference of the vinyl. That's substantial. So that's one thing. The next, there's lots of different and exclusive versions. So with the CD, you might have 1 or 2 different versions. With the vinyl or the record, you can have different colors. You can have 180 gram. In vinyl talk, that means the record is slightly thicker, a little bit heavier, and they say it has a better sound. I can't tell because my setup isn't really, extravagant. It's a decent setup. It's not bad, but it's nothing to write home about. You do feel the difference in weight and thickness of the vinyl of the record, and it's really interesting. Also, you get like deluxe versions where you get extra album art, and I love that every album that I bought so far, there might be a few to the exception, but they all have lyrics. Not all CDs give you lyrics. Some just give you like a little bit of art and that's it. So that's pretty cool. You get so many different colors. You get like a clear variant. You get color splatter. You get different colors, translucent colors, just different colors in general. It's really cool. Some even give you live versions of songs, and I'll talk about that later in the video. But I love that about collecting vinyl. Next, let's talk about the live recordings. So on record day, usually you get live versions of bands or of artists that you don't find on Spotify and you don't really find on CDs much either. You're more likely to find it on a CD than, digital media or whatever you want to call it. But with the vinyl, it just has a sound like you're there in the crowd and the audience. It's really beautiful. I don't have any live records right now, but they're definitely on my list of things to buy. Next, we have community. On my first record day, the line was like 2 to 3 blocks long. I had no idea that so many people were interested in vinyl, that so many people loved music like this. It's incredible. So many different fans of the music, people that like jazz, people that like hip hop, DJs, people who buy popular modern pop music, people like me that get like really strange, obscure punk bands and math rock bands. Some people listen to anime music on vinyl. I do that as well. I love anime. You tell by my anime figures and the manga behind me that I'm definitely gonna have some anime vinyl in my collection. But everybody has their thing. Some people listen to metal, like death metal and black metal and thrash on record. And that's really cool. And everybody comes together and they're like, yo, I just like vinyl. I like the way it sounds. Some people think that it sounds better. Me personally, I just think it sounds different. I don't really believe it sounds better, but I like that it sounds different because I've been listening to so much digital music that I've gotten used to the condensed sound, and vinyl is like a breath of fresh air. It's just so organic to me. Community is great. Also, I'll include the fact that I'm talking to all these strangers about music and about records, and they're teaching me stuff, and I'm asking them about how they started collecting and how long it took them to amass, what they have, what their favorite vinyl are, what they're looking for. It's just super fun. It's great. So yeah, community is a big plus. You don't get that community with CDs or other types of music collecting. Another one, the different record players, the different turntables. You have like the bottom of the barrel, Victrola, and Crosley, I think that's what it's called. I think they look really cool, but it's been proven that the pressure of the stylus, some people call it the needle, will over time wear out your records, damage them. You don't necessarily get it immediately, but it does happen. It's been proven that it happens. And it sounds like trash. They come with speakers. Speakers are really bad. You can get Bluetooth speakers, and that's a little bit better. And they have like a lot of different ways of connecting other speakers and just other cords and whatnot. I don't like them that much because the record player themselves looks like a little suitcase, and that's kind of cool, and you can kind of take it with you. The problem is the record sticks out in a strange way, and it looks uncanny to me. It looks unsightly. Now they have another record player called the Burger or the Hamburger, and it sticks out, but it sticks out like all the way. It kind of low-key looks like a dual disc system if you're a Yu-Gi-Oh fan. That's really cool to me. The asymmetrical style of the Victrola and the Crosley just don't do it for me. And the terrible sound. I'm not a fan of Bluetooth speakers when it comes to listening to my records. I like everything to be wired up. It just makes me feel better about the experience. It probably sounds better too. I haven't tried Bluetooth speakers with my setup. They're capable, but I opted for the record player that doesn't have Bluetooth because it costs less and I'm not going to use it. So yeah, that's that. Oh, and like the more expensive you get like real wood, different colors. It's super cool, but everything is manual. You move everything. I'm a beginner, so I have a fully automatic turntable. It's okay. It's Audio Technica. I'll show you maybe in a later video my setup and my records. Fully automatic is really cool because I don't have an issue with getting distracted. Like I really get into the music. The issue is I'm not used to vinyl, so each side has like 4 to 5 songs, maybe 6 if they're short, maybe 3 if they're very long songs. The thing about that is I'm not really sure when the record ends, and when it ends, your stylus is kind of in limbo and it could get damaged over time, and I don't like that. So for now, until I get more experience with vinyl and I get more experience with like moving and replacing parts like the stylus and the cartridge, I opted for the automatic. This isn't my end all be all turntable. I'll eventually sell what I have and get something a little bit cooler, more manual, something that I have to physically move the stylus. Right now the automatic is really cool and I'm just happy to spin records. Next, this is one of the biggest reasons as to why I enjoy vinyl and why at home I exclusively listen to vinyl. Whenever I get the chance and I'm just relaxing, I listen to vinyl. I don't put my music on my phone or my TV, straight to vinyl. That reason being, I listen to music with intention. And I also buy my music for intention. I don't buy records that I can't listen to all the way through. It's gotta be a banger, and it's gotta fit certain genres. Eventually, I wanna get some country, I wanna get some more metal, and yada, yada, yada. But for right now, I'm focused on, I've been getting a lot of R&B. I've just been really feeling R&B lately. And math rock and anime, those are like my big 3. Hip-hop too. Hip-hop definitely turns into like the square. If I can't listen to the record all the way through and I find myself wanting to skip a track, I can't buy that vinyl. Because on my vinyl player, I don't touch my stylus. I just let it go all the way through. It's less damage for my records, and it just enriches my experience. I just listen all the way through, flip the vinyl, listen to the other side all the way through. I really enjoy myself. So I truly listen and buy my music with intention. If it's music that really makes me feel raw emotion, it's gotta go on my turntable. I gotta spin it. I got to, it's great. Next is price. A lot of people are upset with how high the prices are getting for most things, and rightfully so. But for vinyl, I'm actually happy that the prices are kind of high. Like each vinyl is like $40, $50. You could find them for 20 and 30, but usually they're around 40, which is not the best. But for me, it's good because I'm not rich. And when I buy things for my hobbies like manga, anime figures, plushies, magic cards, Pokemon cards, records, most of that money that is spent is because I worked overtime at work. So when I'm exhausted, I'm like, but I do want a new anime figure. I do want more records. Looks like I'll work some more. And that's really how it works. But when I'm really tired, I don't get the records. I just don't. But the price is good because I can only get so much. And as you can see, I'm in a studio apartment. I'm in a pretty small place. So there's only so much room that I have. So I have to be very intentional with what I buy. And that price helps. Not only because my space, but I'm not trying to go broke with records because records are a novelty, and I'm not an audiophile. Audiophile is someone I don't have the context, definition, but I will say it's somebody who takes sound and music very seriously. There's more to it than that, but that's the gist of it. I'm not that. I'm a person who really loves music. I play music, and I want to experience different sounds of it. I like cassettes. I'm kind of growing out of love with CDs. I used to love CDs, but they just don't hit different for me like they used to. But vinyls are like my new love. I want to try like reels, but kind of hard to find music for those that I really, really like. And it's kind of hard for me to find the players and everything. It's just tough. That would be really cool. And 8-tracks, that'd be really cool too. So yeah, the price is a positive and a negative for me, but it keeps me in track and it keeps me in line. Next, we got history. Vinyl records have been around for such a long time. I'm from Detroit. I can't stress that enough. I might live in a different state right now, but love my city. The great thing about Detroit, the great thing about vinyl is Motown. If you know anything about Motown, you got, Anita Baker. I guess you could consider Stevie Wonder, Temptations. I could be getting this stuff wrong, but it's just the iconic golden age music of the 60s and I think the 70s, maybe into the 80s. But that music, that soul, that was prevalent with vinyl. And I think it was a beautiful time for music. Just powerful music, raw, natural vocals, instrumentals. It was beautiful. And when I think of vinyl, when I think of records, those are the first records that I think of. So you better believe I gotta get some of that in my collection. You're gonna see some metal, some punk, some hardcore, some anime, some R&B, some hip hop. You're gonna see some crazy stuff in my collection. My collection right now isn't too crazy, but even I'm at about like 50 records, give or take a few, because I got some coming in the mail. I still have a very eclectic collection. I don't have anything that's super rare or super obscure, but most of the videos that I see on YouTube, everybody's got Billie Eilish, they got Sabrina Carpenter, they got Kendrick Lamar, they got SZA. Those are like the ones that I see. I might see some other stuff like the Beatles. People got older stuff in their collection. Arctic Monkeys. I'm probably missing a bunch of stuff, but that's usually what I see in everybody's videos. I got SZA. I love SZA. I like pop. I like stuff that people consider basic, but I like some real obscure stuff too. And I just like having that juxtaposition. I'll listen to Britney Spears, and then I'll listen to Cannibal Corpse back to back. I don't care. If that's what I was feeling, that's what I was feeling. But yeah, I'm rambling. Next, let's talk about record stores. Record stores are super cool because again, it's part of the community. It's like walking into a library, walking into a bookstore. I'm browsing. We got the used section. I find some crazy stuff there that I wasn't expecting. And even though it's in alphabetical order, a lot of record stores, a lot of times it's out of order. So if you dig long enough, you'll find some really strange, really cool stuff. I'm in Minnesota right now, and Minnesota has a lot of really good record stores. Prince had a record store that I really liked a lot called Electric Fetus. I don't live too far from that. Had a really good time. They have a pretty good selection. I checked out another spot called Solsta. We got Extreme Noise. It's like all punk and metal. Really cool record store. I'm probably missing a few, but those record stores are dope. In my vinyl collection video, I have a thing where I take every sticker from every record store that I go to and I put it on my table, and it's like for the memories, like when I visit a place, I want to keep a souvenir. Yeah, I really like going to record stores, and sometimes record stores don't just sell records. Sometimes they sell memorabilia, clothing, all kinds of strange stuff, CDs, of course, and cassettes. You name it. It's really a fun experience. And we got number 10. This is the last one. This is probably one that's going to separate people who will buy one or two records and then they're done versus the people who want to collect and continue to collect, and they want to do it either for life or, for a long time and pass it down. Maintenance. You can't just, first of all, never just grab a record. You can't touch the grooves. The oil from your hands will ruin the sound. You'll start hearing pops and hissing and it'll skip. So never grab the records just with your bare hands. Always grab the very edge if you have to. In the case of emergency, grab the sides, like the very edge, the very ends of it. I have vinyl sleeves. I have anti-static sleeves, and my records slide right out, so I let it slide and sit on my palm, so I'm not touching any of the grooves. It's the edge of the record. Now, a lot of new records come with terrible sleeves, and they get stuck. They don't want to come out. And then you're forced to grab the very edge with your fingers and pull the record out the sleeve. But after that, I replace every record that I have, new or used, with anti-static sleeves. That's maintenance, and I love doing that. I use a brush, carbon fiber brush. I dust all the dust off of my records. I don't have a liquid cleaning solution yet, but I'm planning on doing that as well for my records. I have a lot of fun cleaning my records and maintaining them, keeping them safe. I don't care about CDs enough to do that, and they fall, the case cracks, they get scratches on them. Like, I used to care more about where I put my CDs, but they're small, I don't see them. Records are big, they look really cool, they take up a lot of space, but those attributes cause me to care for them better. And those are my 10 reasons why I love collecting vinyl as a beginner. Because some people, they've been doing this for a decade, they've been doing this for 5 years. Since COVID started, they started collecting. They've been doing it for, a lot longer than me. I've only been doing it for a month, and I'm already loving these things. If you're thinking about getting a record, just buy one. You don't even need a record player, just buy the record. And then later on, get your player, get some speakers, whatever setup you want to get. Spin that record on your day off. Just sit back, relax, put your phone down, turn your TV off, just listen to the music, relax, and really enjoy the experience. Until next time, friends, I'm Whimsical William. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.